information in American Sign Language. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, have created new videos in American Sign Language to help you keep up with the latest COVID-19 news and guidance. Learn how to protect yourself and the people you care about from COVID-19.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sign1News. I'm Sign1News anchor Christopher D. Johnson. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Montana has become the first state in the U.S. to ban TikTok. The state's governor says the ban will protect Montanans' private data from the Chinese Communist Party. TikTok users will not be punished, but app stores who violate the ban could potentially be hit with a $10,000 a day fine for making TikTok available. More than half of U.S. states already have put some restrictions on TikTok. For example, by banning it on government devices. The Montana law would prohibit TikTok downloads in the entire state. Legal challenges are already brewing. The ACLU is arguing this is a First Amendment violation. And technology trade group, NetChoice, called the law unconstitutional. A few hours after the bill passed, a group of TikTok content creators filed a lawsuit saying their right to free speech is being violated. There has been a major development in the escalating feud between Disney and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. The company announced it is scrapping plans to build a $1 billion office complex in Florida. The decision is expected to cost Florida several thousand jobs, and analysts say it could backfire potentially as DeSantis appears ready to announce a presidential bid. The public fight between Disney and DeSantis started last year, when Disney spoke out against what critics called the Don't Say Gay bill that DeSantis signed into law. The bill limits instruction of sexual orientation and gender identity in schools. Then the feud intensified in recent months amid a legal battle over Disney's special taxing district. Local business leaders say Disney's decision to nix the office complex is a major blow to Florida's economy. The campus was expected to add 2,000 jobs, many of which were set to be relocated from California. 23-year-old Carly Nunez, a Massachusetts liquor store clerk, has been indicted for grand larceny for allegedly trying to steal a $3 million lottery ticket. She's accused of trying to cash a winning ticket accidentally left behind by a customer. The Plymouth County District Attorney says employees at the Massachusetts State Lottery headquarters became suspicious of Nunez when she tried to cash the lottery ticket because of the condition of the ticket, which was torn and seemingly burned. They also overheard her arguing with her boyfriend about how to divide the money, an interaction that was caught on lottery surveillance video. Lottery officials contacted state police and opened an investigation, telling Nunez she would get the prize once the investigation was complete. But police reviewed surveillance video from the liquor store and saw that Nunez did not buy the ticket and eventually tracked down its rightful owner. Nunez has been indicted on 1 count each of larceny from a building, attempted larceny, and presentation of a false claim and witness intimidation. Apparel made by some athletic wear brands have been found to contain high levels of the toxic chemical BPA. BPA, or bisphenol A, is a chemical that's used to make certain types of plastic. It's been linked to health conditions like asthma, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, obesity, and erectile dysfunction.
They take the train home from work and then they walk over.
The Center for Environmental Health says it sent legal notices to 8 brands after tests showed their apparel could expose wearers to up to 40 times the safe limit of BPA. That's according to standards set in California, where the maximal allowable dose through skin exposure is 3 milligrams per day.
Did Danielle park it too close? Come from out, they take the train home from work and then they walk over.
The newly tested brands and their products include leggings from Athleta, Champion, Kohl's, Nike, and Patagonia. Sports bras from Sweaty Betty, athletic shirts from Fabletics, and shorts from Adidas, Champion, and Nike. BPA is eliminated from the body within a few days. But some experts believe ongoing exposure from multiple sources raises some concern. President Joe Biden is in Japan for the Group of Seven summit, Well, he will try to convince other world leaders to take part in a shared approach toward China and Russia. But while Biden is more than 7,000 miles away from the White House, he can't escape the looming debt ceiling crisis in Washington, D.C. A group of Democratic senators say Biden should invoke the 14th Amendment, which forbids the U.S. from defaulting on its debts. The House Freedom Caucus is calling on the Senate to pass the Limit, Save, Grow Act that raises the limit $1.5 trillion. But that includes sizable cuts to some domestic programs. Biden shortened his Asia trip by half in order to get back to Washington, D.C. ahead of June 1st. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says it's the earliest potential default date if Congress doesn't address the debt limit. Rapper and actor Ludacris has been awarded a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Ludacris, whose real name is Chris Bridges, started his career as an intern at a radio station in the 1990s. That turned into a full-time job where he became a local celebrity, then a rapper who has sold more than 24 million albums, then a major movie star in the Fast and Furious movie franchise. He plays Tej Parker in many of the Fast and Furious films, including Fast X, which comes out today, Friday. Fast co-star Vin Diesel and fellow rapper LL Cool J spoke at the ceremony. Ludacris's wife and young daughters were there also. But the big surprise was when his oldest daughter, Karma, showed up to give a special tribute to her father. She called him her rock and her hero. Do you remember your first kiss? Apparently, people have been puckering up for a long time. According to a review paper published in the Science Journal, romantic kissing was documented in clay tablets from Mesopotamia dating back 4,500 years ago. Prior to this research, it was believed that the romantic kiss originated around 3,500 years ago in the area that is now India. The new findings come from a pair of married Danish researchers who describe themselves as, quote, a very nerdy couple. They came up with the idea to search for the first kiss last year while they were talking about a research paper related to herpes. Wow, interesting. And that's it for today. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to all of you, our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. But you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Take care.